What is up, everybody? We've got Sports Magazine Moguls. We're counting down the top 10 highest sports magazine sales from last month, October 23. Let's jump on in. Okay, we are going to begin with some honorable mentions that just missed out on cracking the top 10, and we are starting with this 2002 Sports Illustrated LeBron James first cover, graded at a CGC 9.6. This one sold for $800 on eBay. Next up, we've got one of the most collectible issues out there, and this is Michael Jordan's very first cover from 1983, still in his North Carolina Tar Heels uniform alongside teammate Sam Perkins. And this one's graded as CGC 5.5. It is a newsstand, and a newsstand 5.5 of Michael's first cover went for $825 on eBay. Next up, we got a nice 9.8 of Ichiro Suzuki's first Sports Illustrated cover. This is from 2001, and this sold for $850 on eBay. Next up, we've got the iconic first issue of Sports Illustrated from 1954. Hall of Famer Eddie Matthews on the cover. This is a CGC 9.2, actually a really strong sale for a 9.2. This one went for $900 on Heritage Auctions. Next up, we've got Life magazine. This is from 1964. Important to note that the Life magazines are oversized and as of now are not gradable by CGC per their dimension requirements. But this is a beautiful copy here with Muhammad Ali, and it has been autographed, still known as Cassius Clay at the time, and the signature itself also says Cassius Clay. This has been authenticated by PSA. You can see it is a subscription copy with the mailing label there in the bottom left, but this one sold for $975 on eBay. Next, we've got Michael Jordan, 1998 Sports Illustrated. This is The Last Stand, and it's a CGC 9.6. You can see sidekick Scottie Pippen there in the background as well. This one went for $975 on eBay. Next up, this is Beckett Monthly #1. So Beckett magazine went on to be a very popular monthly price guide magazine, and there went on to be versions of both, of baseball, basketball, football, hockey. But this was the very first release of any of the Beckett monthlies. It's from 1984, issue #1. You've got a card on the cover with Roberto Clemente, and this is a CGC 9.6 copy, sold for $975 on eBay. Next up, I love this one. This is a vintage Sports Illustrated copy that you don't see very often. It's 1956. Floyd Patterson, a former heavyweight champion, of course, was I believe he lost the title to Sonny Liston, who of course then was knocked out by Muhammad Ali. Although Muhammad Ali also had at least one, maybe two fights with Floyd Patterson as well, which Ali won. And this has been autographed by Floyd Patterson. It's not been graded, but it has been autographed and it's been authenticated by JSA, sold for $999.99 on eBay. Next up, beautiful slab. This is Magic Johnson. This is from 1991. Great cover here, just with the headline Magic. Got him shooting his little sky hook, similar to his former teammate Kareem. And it's a CGC 9.8, sold for $1,200 on eBay. Here we got a game program, and this is from 1968. Titled on the cover as the AFL versus NFL World Championship game, but this did ultimately become known as the Super Bowl. This was actually Super Bowl II, and this is a CGC 8.5 copy, and this one sold for $1,200 on Heritage. Here we got a Time magazine from 1953, and it's the Mickey Mantle. It's a CGC 6.0. This is a newsstand copy, and this is 3 years before Mantle's first Sports Illustrated cover. And this 6.0 copy sold for $1,299 on eBay. Here we got Bear Bryant. This is not graded. It has been autographed. It is a personalized autograph. You can see that the signature there is dated December 4th, 1981. This Sports Illustrated issue is from 1981, and it says, "To Bill Stone, thanks for all of your help and support. Best regards, Paul Bear Bryant." And this issue, this copy sold for $1,400 on eBay. Next up, absolutely love this one. This is 1971 Iron Man magazine, and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Universe, Mr. World, and Mr. Olympia. It's been signed by Arnold, authenticated by JSA, and it sold for just south of $1,500 on eBay. Here we got another copy of Michael's first cover. This one is not graded. This one is a subscription with the mailing label still attached, and this one has also been autographed. It is a personalized autograph. It says to, can't make out the name, and then it looks like it says maybe best wishes or best regards, and then Michael's signature, and this copy went for $1,500 on eBay. Next up, we've got a super modern Sports Illustrated. This is from 2022. It's Mbappe, one of the largest soccer stars that is currently playing, and it's his first cover, and it's a CGC 9.8 copy, sold for $1,500 on eBay. And now let's roll on into our top 10, starting with the number 10 highest selling sports magazine from October 2023. And we've got a Hoop magazine from 1990. And we got Michael Jordan. The Hoop magazines often served as game programs. They've got some really cool covers, somewhat underrated in my opinion. And this is autographed by Michael. You can see that above the ball, there's a little autograph looking, a thin autograph. That's actually part of the cover. That's a facsimile that was printed on the cover itself. But then the red signature that's going over Michael's left arm is the actual authentic signature, which was authenticated by Beckett. And so also they're going up against the Bad Boys Pistons. This copy sold for $1,550 on eBay. Coming in at number 9, Michael Jordan dominates, and this is his first pro cover from 1984, his third cover altogether, but his first with the Chicago Bulls during his rookie season. And it is this is a subscription copy. The label has been removed. It's a CGC 8.5. And it sold for $1,699.99. Now, there have been 82 newsstand copies of this issue graded. There have been 249 subscription copies graded. This is one of the few instances where there's a lot more subscription copies graded. Now, of course, we know that there are a lot more subscription copies out there in general of pretty much every issue, but for the most part, people don't send the subscriptions in to get graded because it's understood to be not as collectible due to the fact that they're so much more common. But in this case, because this is such a desirable issue, and because those newsstands are so hard to find, like I said, only 82 newsstands have even been graded, this is one where people will very commonly send in the subscription issues. And as you can see, even the subscription issues of this copy are pretty desirable. Very, very strong sale here. So at the 8.5 level, there are only 8 newsstands graded as an 8.5. There are 17 subscriptions graded as an 8.5, such as this one. And then there are 15 newsstand copies graded higher. There are 17 subscription copies graded higher. Coming in at number 8, look who it is again, Michael Jordan. And this one's pretty cool. This is one you do not see very often. This is Eastern Basketball Magazine. This was a magazine that actually won several awards in the 80s for their work, covering basically all up and down the Atlantic coast. And this Michael Jordan cover from 1982 features him still in his North Carolina Tar Heels uniform. It says the EB Trophy winner, Michael Jordan. I'm assuming EB Trophy stands for Eastern Basketball, probably some sort of award that this publication gave to Michael after his successful college season. And so this is graded a CGC 9.2 and sold for $1,750 on eBay. This is one of only 2 copies graded of this issue, and at the 9.2 level, it is a pop 1 with none higher. Coming in at number 7, we've got a different NBA legend, and this is Bill Russell. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover from 1965. Really, really tough cover to come across, and this is a beautiful 7.5 copy, sold for $1,850 on eBay. And of course, I just mentioned it's very difficult to come across. You can see that in the pop count numbers. Only 8 newsstand copies have been graded of Bill Russell's first cover as a newsstand, and this CGC 7.5 is a pop 2 with only 2 copies graded higher. Moving on to number 6, here he is again, Michael Jordan, and this is from 1989. This is GQ Magazine, Gentleman's Quarterly, and this one has been autographed by Michael, and it went for $1,953 on eBay. Number 5, again, Michael Jordan. He dominates the collectibles, and this is, again, his first pro cover. It's, again, a subscription. The previous one we saw was a label removed, 8.5. This one is a 9.0 with the label still affixed, and it went for $2,125 on eBay. Once again, 82 newsstand copies graded versus 249 subscription copies. At the 9.0 level, there are only 4 newsstands at 9.0. There are 11 subscriptions, and there are 11 newsstands graded higher. There are only 6 subscriptions graded higher. Number 4, Mike Trout. This is his first cover from 2012, and here we got a blank box subscription. So the blank box subscriptions definitely seem to be a little bit more collectible than the traditional subscriptions. This, of course, was a subscription copy, but this particular copy was mailed with some sort of probably tearaway cover around the outside of it, most likely because whoever the subscriber was about to have their subscription come to an end, and so Sports Illustrated was trying to notify them to resubscribe, and for that reason, their mailing label would have actually been printed on that tearaway cover rather than the actual photo cover, and that's why there is this blank white box on the front. So once again, these seem to be a little bit more desirable than a traditional cover that has someone's address actually printed on the cover itself. This is graded at a CGC near mint 9.8 and is sold for $2,400 on Heritage. There have been 85 newsstand copies graded, 40 subscription copies graded. There are only 7 newsstands graded at 9.8, and then this is one of only 2 subscription copies graded at 9.8, and there are none graded higher. Coming in at number 3, this is Mike Tyson's first cover from Sports Illustrated 1986, Kid Dynamite. Beautiful cover here. It's a CGC 9.2, and this one went in a private sale for $3,000. And all transparency, this was one that I sold, though. So this was actually a copy that I've owned for the past year or so, and I did sell this last month for $3,000 to another collector in the hobby. So this is by far the biggest sale I've ever made. This is actually, I think I've had 1 or 2 instances where a sale that I had made was included in the honorable mentions, but I believe this is the first time that I've cracked my own top 10 on the sports magazine Moguls. So there you go. This is a pop 1. At the 9.2 level, there are only 2 graded higher. There's one 9.6 and there's one 9.8, and there are only 29 total graded copies of this Mike Tyson first cover. Coming in at number 2, we've got LeBron James. This is from 2012 Sports Illustrated. He was named the Sportsman of the Year, and it is autographed. It has been authenticated by JSA. I always love the silver Sharpie on top of a black background. This one looks really beautiful, and this sold for a really strong price of $3,375 on eBay. And coming in at number 1, the highest selling sports magazine from last month, once again, Michael Jordan dominating this list this month. And this is a Beckett basketball magazine from 1991. This was after MJ won his very first title, and it's been autographed. And this one's got beautiful gold Sharpie there on the cover, and it's been authenticated by PSA. This one sold for $4,100 on eBay. All right, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet, please subscribe, and I always appreciate likes and comments. Until the next video, we will see you guys next time.